But it is difficult. It is, of course, the people who love you, who know you, who can wound you. That is the terrible vulnerability. These people know how you work. You can take all kinds of abuse from strangers or people at work or people on the street. Doesn't matter, you brush it all off. But you don't have to get rage or obscenity from somebody who knows you. They just have to say the right thing at the right time. Your nose hair, which is grey, is in my eye. That'll do it. We are all very woundable. We all want a certain treatment. You want to hear things said in a certain way. I heard a terrible story. I didn't think this kind of thing happened. But this happened. This guy knows a guy. It happened. The guy I know knows another guy. It happened to him. I'm very well connected. And he told me this man was in bed with his person, and they were making love, and she actually called out the wrong name. I didn't think that could happen. She called out the wrong name, and when I heard that I thought, how would you ever recover from something like that? You would be destroyed. But then I realized, it wouldn't even have to be the wrong name. Somebody could just say your name in the wrong way. Because everybody wants to hear, oh, John. But you don't want to hear, John. Or, John? Well, the very worst. Patronizing, comforting one. Oh, John, you do. These things can change a life. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all from me. Thank you very much for coming. I've enjoyed talking to you. Good night. Quickly, because you've got to go. Listen, the thing is, you will get to a certain point in your lives. You get older, You may have read about it. And people don't age well in this country. You look at them, you see continental people, tourists that come around, the people who are bicycling around in their red and yellow cagoules pointing at cathedrals. Springy, white hair and rimless, lensless, glassless spectacles, having a wonderful time, living on yogurt, going home and having sex, even though they're 8,300 years old. It doesn't happen like that here in Britain and Ireland. You see people aging, it's all wrong. They're wearing brown, they're at bus stops, they bend over, holding half a tin of cat food in a plastic bag, talking about the weather they haven't seen in the last 15 years. Mumbling rubbish, getting closer to the grave so they don't have that far to jump when it actually opens up. Denying their vitality. That's not the way we should age. You should be as alive as you can until you're totally dead. In all respects, in every sphere. It is, I think you see, this is a popular movement. It is, of course, dangerous. You have to take advice. You can't be gung-ho about it. If you're going to make love to somebody and you're very, very old and they're very, very old, you have to be sensible. It is, I hate to use the word lube, but I just have. You have to pretend you're swimming the channel. Look, you change. Your body changes. It's a tinderbox down there. It would be a terrible way to be found the next morning, 2 charred skeletons, still smouldering in the wheelbarrow position. Nobody wants to be remembered like that. You want to be remembered with affection and dignity. You might have to think about what you're going to say. You might have to say something quite good. You probably won't. You'll say something rubbish. Like, do you think this is off? They'll be the last words you'll ever say. Or worse, hey everybody, watch this. But before you do, it's great if you can meet the other person you're supposed to share this mystery with. And you know when that happens, I think. People know when it happens to them. Because you often meet that person at a particular time in your life, sometimes when you're young and poor. You know, when you're living in a room, but you both live in rooms where you have all your shit because you're poor. And it's lit by candlelight. And you climb the stairs to that person's room, they've been to yours, now you're going to theirs. It's serious. And you're standing opposite that person, and there is a moment where you realize you're not looking at an expression of fleeting lust or some sort of passing of the time, you know, in the surrounding befuddlement, where you're actually, you know each other, you know you want to be together, and you realize it, and it's an amazing moment when the other person's actually taking their clothes off in front of you, smiling from the very middle of themselves at you, saying, I want to be with you, and you looking at them with their bare shoulders all shimmering in this roseate candlelight, and you realize this is the person for you. And then the cage comes down! And your mother jumps from the wardrobe with a cigarillo pointing out of the corner of her mouth. And you kill her with a trowel. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. Good night.